Hello all. This week started out rather ordinary with the usual level of malevolence and chaos inflicted on the world by cyber criminals, along with the usual proclamations of falling skies due to AI. And then my system got hit with the virus. Yep, me. It started inconspicuously with processing slowing down a bit, then I noticed the processor was heating up. Then came the outright pauses and sputtering. The worst was when fluid started seeping from around the CPU. Ugh. I caught some sort of virus, but with plenty of bed rest, sleep, and warm fluids, my system is slowly recovering. But the news waits for no one, so let's get to it. This email and video commentary is from the RedDotSecurity.news website that contains a plethora of links to other items not mentioned here that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's provided in these opening comments. So, on to the headline news. BeyondTrust Remote Access, formerly BombGar, has a zero-day vulnerability that enables remote code execution. What's worse is that this RCE is pre-authentication, meaning that an unauthenticated attacker can potentially fully compromise the system, gain remote access, and pivot to other systems within the same network. BeyondTrust has patched all cloud-hosted versions. However, it's critical that organizations which self-host update to patched versions immediately. Cisco Meeting Management has a vulnerability that can enable a low-privileged user to elevate to root. The only thing worse would be as if this was unauthenticated. I suggest you don't wait for a threat actor to reverse engineer the defect to find an even more direct inroad. Upgrade to Cisco Meeting Management Release 3.12.1 MR or later as soon as possible. CISA has flagged the SolarWinds critical remote code execution defect as actively exploited. That didn't take long. Last week, we'd alerted to the vulnerability in the Web Help Desk that can allow an unauthenticated threat actor to access unpatched devices. On Tuesday, CISA gave government agencies 3 days to update to version 26.1 or higher. I suggest that even if you aren't a government agency, you do likewise. County pays $600,000 to wrongly jailed pen testers. This story started all the way back in 2019 when 2 men working for Coal Fire were contracted by the state of Iowa's Judicial Department to conduct a security audit, including a physical penetration test. Unfortunately, the local sheriff decided to get into a mine is bigger than yours fight with the state and arrested the 2 because the courthouse they were testing was a county courthouse, not state. After nearly 7 years, the 2 prevailed in court and received a settlement of $600,000. Multiple TP-Link OS command injection vulnerabilities let attackers gain admin control of the device. In a headline reminiscent of Tom's Hardware, which usually wraps to several lines, CybersecurityNews.com is reporting that TP-Link's Archer BE230 Wi-Fi 7 routers need to have patches applied to prevent potential elevation of privilege and complete device takeover, resulting in severe compromise of configuration integrity, network security, and service availability. Payments platform BridgePay confirms ransomware attack behind outage. Pretty much all systems have been taken offline, either by the threat actors or by PayBridge as a protective measure. The impact on financial transactions is immense, with the company connecting over 30 payment processors, 5 ACH providers, and 16 gift and loyalty companies. They provide turnkey payment application solutions. Merchant, government, entities, point of sale, vendors, and more are all being forced to ask customers to pay in cash or via paper check. You remember those, right? Hopefully, BridgePay recovers quickly. Windows 11 ends legacy print drivers. Quote, the next system update for Windows 11 could break your printer. End quote. Are you paying attention now? Microsoft rolled out the deprecation of V3 and V4 print drivers with the January optional update. What that means is that this functionality removal should arrive this coming Tuesday, wreaking havoc for older printers and causing massive support tickets for companies that handle outsourced IT work. The spectacle of the Winter Olympic opening ceremony took place in Milan, Italy on Friday. It was a remarkable outpouring of color, dance, and sound. I truly enjoy watching the games, the excellence of the athletes, their dedication, their sacrifices. With so many countries represented, some of which have hostilities between them, there are bound to be unbelievable amounts of digital attacks happening. Imagine being in charge of the cybersecurity for this venue. If they pull this off without any major cyber incidents, they deserve a gold medal. Keep the shields up.